Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Live streaming time, live streaming time, live streaming time, live streaming time. Hey! I'm fixing to make some popcorn. And I thought, what better time to come on and do a live stream with my familia. And I want to talk about finding peace within yourself. Find a peace within yourself. Oh, subscribe to my channel. Before you leave, subscribe. Good job, Nate. So, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole, and I am a recovering poly addict. I've been in recovery for 3 years and 4 months, and my drug of choice is yo, yo, yo. What's up, John? Meth, opiates, Xanax, whatever you could give me, more and more and more. So, I thought what we could do today is talk about mindfulness meditation that I've been doing, you guys. It is changing my life. So, here's the deal. I used to run around chaos when I was all day, who was talking about how it was John. John, shout out, you guys. Go subscribe to John's channel if you haven't already. He has a channel about recovery also. And he was talking about how he is so used to opening the door up, because that's what us drug addicts do. Our brains get used to the same thing, which was using, drinking, shooting, snorting, whatever it was, okay? It's like a muscle memory. Our brains are stuck on a loop, right? And so it's like we automatically go to that same action. So that's why we have to retrain our brains how to cope without drugs and alcohol, which can be hard. Hey guys, I'm popping popcorn for Nate. Retraining your brain to not reach for drugs and alcohol, or not think, okay, I'm having a shitty day, I need to get high. Yeah, bud. It's done. It's difficult, you know. It's not impossible, but sometimes it might feel like it's impossible. You know what I mean? I know for me, because I was not just addicted to one substance, not just addicted to opiates. Like for me, once I got on maintenance and I got the cravings for opiates in check, then you know what happened? Then the cravings for meth and Xanax and everything else started coming out. So what I've had to do is learn coping skills. Hey, no sir. I've had to learn coping skills to deal with those cravings, you guys. Especially when my son's trying to be a little rooty tooty booty. That's when the cravings really come. Nate, why are you crying? Here, buddy. Popcorn, that's right. So, woo, almost fell backwards. Shit balls. Somebody screenshot that. So here's the deal. So I got this mindfulness journal, and I made a video. It's uploading right now, I think, and it's about finding peace within yourself, right? So since I've got sober, okay, and what I mean when I say sober, since I've been on maintenance, which has been 3 years and 4 months without picking up drugs or alcohol, okay? I'm just on my prescribed medication and antidepressant, okay? Since I've gotten sober and gone to meetings and worked the steps and made a conscious effort to build a relationship with a power greater than myself, my life has changed. But what I found out was I would find myself almost like ADHD, but I know I don't have ADHD. It would be like I was getting ahead of myself, or I would be at work and I would be working so hard and like, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this. It would be like I was sacrificing the quality of my work to get the job done. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to do it. It's almost like I was like striving for perfection, you know? And so I've been really trying to like slow down and focus and center myself. So that way I'm not only doing a really good job at work, but I'm also not sacrificing like the quality of my work. You know what I'm saying? Hey guys, hey Avalon, hey Leonard, hey Frank, hey John, hey Jason, hey Classy Bitch. So I know I see all you guys here, but I've just got to tell you guys, like, this mindfulness shit is awesome. Today I sat down in my living room in the what is it called when you sit with your damn legs crossed? Not spread eagle. Indian style. I sat in my living room Indian style, you guys. Listen. And all I did was I hold for 2, out for 4. Okay? Here we go. Let's do it again. And it's just like brings me back to my center. It like brings me, like, makes me so like aware of the way I feel. It's like when I take a second to like breathe in and breathe out, like I'm like, wow, like I feel like a regular person again. And I feel like what happens for me is I just get so focused and excited and overwhelmed, and I get like, because I have so much purpose going on in my life right now, and it's like I'm so like, I got you guys, I have my channel, I have my son, it's Christmas time, I have my job. Like, I was at work today, you guys, and the manager, not my manager, but the manager from the store that I was inside, he called me back to the back office and he was like, I just want you to know that I am so proud of you. Like, you get in here and you get this shit done. 2 milligrams of stuff made me feel 100%. Right. And so John, and you know what? There's no shame in needing a little bit of maintenance to help you, because listen, like, we would rather you be on maintenance and get your program strong, go to your meetings, work the steps with your sponsor, get that connection, that spiritual connection with a power greater than yourself. It's okay. And get that really hardcore, like, support system. It's going to be like a fellowship of addicts and alcoholics that, like, raise you up, and they'll hold you down, man. They'll be around you, supporting you, and next thing you know, it'll be a year, you'll be worked through your steps, you and your girlfriend will have your own place if you don't already, your job will be going great, and you'll start like actually getting down to the causes and conditions of why you were using drugs and alcohol in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when we're getting high is like we're getting high behind something. I don't know about you guys, but like I got high behind trauma. I got high behind bad shit happening in my life that I didn't know how to deal with. I got high behind feeling insecure and thinking that I wasn't good enough. I got high behind being insecure about my weight and wanting to lose weight. And then the next thing you know, my addiction, it's like my addiction, it wasn't just me getting high behind stuff anymore. It was me getting high to maintain, to live my life, because that's the only way I could function. I couldn't function without getting high, you know? And that's the thing, John, like, it's okay, baby. A lot of sponsors, like, I went through so many sponsors, man, trying to find people that would work with me since I'm on Suboxone. And a good sponsor, go to Alcoholics Anonymous, first of all, if you're going to go to any anonymous program. And get yourself listen to me, get yourself somebody who knows that they're not a doctor and doesn't judge. Shh. Because Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, okay? They respect the doctor's opinion, and as long as you're seen by a physician and you're under doctor's care, then that's all that matters. While you're on Suboxone, you use it as a tool, like you said in your video. I watched it. You use it as a tool to build a foundation in your recovery. You use it as a tool to get serious about your therapy, okay? You use it as a tool to figure out, yo, why am I getting high? Am I depressed? Am I sad? Do I feel like I'm not good enough? When I get high, do I feel like I'm better at doing things when I'm high? Am I depressed because my friend that passed away?
Can you cook this chicken nugget?
Everyone, I want.
Is there a chicken nugget right here?
Oh, I was wondering.
Is there a chicken nugget here? Can you get those chicken nuggets?
Nate, here, it's one chicken nugget. Take it.
Well, cook it. Cook it. Cook it.
And that's the thing. Like you guys.
Cook it.
Nate, I have my boss knows I'm in recovery, so it's like I dare somebody to call my boss and tell her my boss and my Suboxone doctor knows about my channel, y'all. But some people can't have it like that, and like that's your anonymity, and if people are doing that to you, you block them. You block them. But listen, there is an awesome recovery community here, right here where you're at right now, of people that will love you and support you until you can love yourself and get back on your feet. And I'm telling you, because whenever I first got into the rooms, Nate, listen to me. You just had your best friend over. Y'all run amok the whole time, ripping and roaring. Now that I'm on a video, he wants to act a fool. Now here, I love you.
I'm just saying barbecue.
Okay, barbecue boy, go.
Barbecue.
I love you. Go sit down right over there with your popcorn. He just got to be all up in mama's business. So this is why I need mindfulness, you guys. This is why I need meditation. Because I lose my shit sometimes. But John, and I know that I might have seemed like a psycho person, like trying to get you over here to this channel, but like I was like you were. I was going to the dope man's house, shooting up. I couldn't stop shooting up. I would shoot up in my neck. I would shoot up in my breasts. I would shoot up in my legs. I would shoot up in my arms. I got to a point where I was on the side of the road in a freaking psychosis, and the cops found me, and I went into a coma for 7 days. And then when I woke up, my parents were there, and my dad was there, and my mom was there, and they were crying, and they were asking me like, you're gonna quit, right? You're gonna quit. And the only thing I could think about was how I wanted to get out of that bed so I could go get high, because I just didn't want to feel anymore. I just didn't want to deal with reality. You know, I lost every job I had that was a good job. Any chance of making anything of myself at a position that was like management or upper level, I lost it all, because I would go in high off dope, pass out, wreck shit, and lose everything, you know? And so when it's like I don't see very many people that make videos that talk about being like that, like I feel like I talk about. And I know that there's some girls on here that were like I was, and they message me privately, and they say, you're the first girl that I've ever heard talk about, you know, trading her doing deeds for some dope, you know. And that's how it was. Like, I didn't care. I was desperate, you know. I was desperate, and I would do whatever I had to do to get dope. And when I lost my jobs and I was no longer able to be employed because I would look like shit, and I was like skinny like a crackhead, then, you know, I would do what I had to do to get drugs. And so when I see other people that have went down as far as I have, and I can relate to them, I'm like, yeah, let's go. I got to get him over here to this channel, because we have we have a dude to show people. I feel like there's not a lot of people that get on YouTube and are transparent about where they went in their addiction. And everybody here on the channel knows, like, I will never lie to you guys about anything. When I was in my addiction, it started out fun. It started out like a party. It started out as me being this fine, like, clubbing chick, having a good time, snorting lines of cocaine, you know. It started out like cool, and then it turned into this huge monster. And then it wasn't cool anymore. Then all my friends were graduating college and getting married and getting their nursing degrees and buying houses. And here I am with a needle hanging out of my arm, passed out in a trap house, you know? And all my friends are living the best life, looking, you know, being successful. And when my son was born, you guys, that's what changed everything for me. You know, when my little boy came, well, it didn't change everything because I still got high. You know, I still got high when I was pregnant. I still got high after he was born. But when DHS came and tried to take my son from me. Yeah, Nate. Yeah. What? Yeah, baby. When my son got taken away from me, that's what changed everything for me. So I get excited when I see people that are, you know, that I can relate to. And then I also have a lot of people on here that are all new, or a lot of people that are new in their recovery. And so I just want us to all be able to have somebody that we can relate to. So the more different, diverse people that we have over here, the better. You know what I mean? So I don't care if you were homeless. I don't care if you were an IV user or just an alcoholic. I don't care. I just want there to be all kinds of different people, so that way we can all have somebody that we can relate to. Because that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's about one addict, one alcoholic, talking to somebody else and relating to each other.
Look down there.
I got this, son. There. Go pee-pee. So, other addicts and alcoholics who are also, because that's the thing, a lot of people here that are on this channel, or most of the people that are here, want to be sober. They want to have recovery. They're not in that limbo stage where they're still wanting to get fucked up and still trying to lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here because we want to be here. We spend an hour every night, you guys, talking about recovery, you know, and trying to help each other. So that's the plan. And so that's the kind of the introduction. Welcome to the team, John. I hope you'll stay and hang out with us. I do videos fucking all the time, way too much. I do them every evening, though, on a live stream, and then I throw some up during the day, and then sometimes I come on in the morning, but we have a good time. And, yeah, so welcome. Welcome. You're safe here. We're all crazy, but we're all just trying to get sober and stay sober. We don't want to die. And when I saw your video and you were talking about not wanting to die, I was like, well, I can fucking relate to that.
Hi, Baldy.
Do you want to watch Ryan's toy review? Okay. I was like, I can relate to that, you know? Yeah. Nicole, I had some girl tell me. Well, Renee, yes, I have some thoughts. Okay, so Renee asked, okay, yeah, that's Renee. So somebody told Renee that she just exchanged one addiction for the other addiction, okay? Because she's on Suboxone. Okay, Renee, listen up. Here we go. The difference between addiction and dependence, because right now what you are is you're dependent on your medication, okay? There you go. Sit up there on the bed. There is a difference between addiction and dependence, okay? Sure. If you were to get cut cold turkey off your medication, you would go through withdrawal. All right, but you are no longer drug seeking. You are no longer practicing addictive behaviors. You are taking your medication as prescribed. You're not stealing. You're not hoeing. You're not selling. You're not, doing all the things that go along with addiction. Okay, now a lot of us are going to be dependent on a medication probably for the rest of our lives. If it not be Suboxone, there's a lot of us that are on antidepressant medicines, antipsychotics. Some of us have other diseases that we'll have to take medicine for the rest of our life. There's nothing wrong with that. But when somebody comes to you and they say, oh, well, you're just trading one addiction for the other. Okay? That's absolute. First of all, that's ignorance. Second of all, that's judgmental. That's somebody judging you because they're insecure about their own recovery. And someone who's truly in recovery and wants to help you isn't going to come to you and judge you. They're going to meet you where you're at, and they're going to say, okay, you know what? Whatever you got to do to stay clean. All right? That's all you do not. But the difference is dependence and addiction. With addiction, there's negative behaviors. With addiction, there is lying, stealing, manipulating. And when you're on maintenance and you're living your life in recovery, you're no longer stealing. You're no longer lying. You're no longer manipulating, okay? You're actively trying to work toward better you. All right? Some people need a little bit of extra help, especially nowadays, you guys. Back in the day, in 1934, when AA first started, there wasn't any such thing as methadone. There wasn't any such thing as Suboxone. But if I can find it, I'll print it out and I'll put it up here for you guys next time I do a video. Bill Wilson was quoted talking about how he wished that there was a medication for alcoholics, like methadone, that alcoholics could take that would help them with their craving for alcohol. Now there is. It's called, I think it's called Antabuse and naltrexone. But he was quoted saying that he wished there was a medicine for alcoholics so that way they could work on their behaviors and their foundation of their recovery. And that's what a maintenance medication allows somebody like us, or somebody like you, to do, is to maintain recovery without relapse so you can build your foundation, so you can learn why you were using. Because what we all have to do is get down to the causes and conditions of why we got high. Not all of us got high because something bad happened, but a lot of us, would get high because of some kind of trauma, like I was saying before, insecurity. This girl called me out in front of my support group. She said that I'm ruining my health by taking Suboxone. And is she on Suboxone too? Like, what support group is this? Is it AA support group? Okay, well, here's the deal, Renee. Okay? Next time she says that you're ruining your health taking Suboxone, ask her, would she rather you get off Suboxone, relapse, and die? Because that's the reality of it, okay? Some people with the disease of addiction to opiates, okay, it's different, because with opiate and heroin addiction, it's different. Do you know that most heroin addicts, like, they relapse like 99%? That's how high the percentage is that they go back out, come back in, go back out, come back in, go back out, come back in, okay? If someone's telling you that you're ruining your health, then when you were in your active addiction, you were ruining your health, okay? When you were shooting up heroin and taking 15, 20 pills at a time, that was ruining your health. Now you're being proactive in making a change to better your life, okay? This is a medication that can help change your life. So that way you can be strong enough. And then when you're strong enough and you have a good foundation, you have support, you have people around you, you have your doctor working with you, and they taper you low and slow. Don't jump off. Don't leave the doctor. Wait. Don't jump off. Don't leave the doctor. Wait until they wait. Let him taper you. Let him taper you. Let him give you medication to make it easier. So that way when you jump off at the end, you'll have all these people around you. You'll have all this support. You'll have your therapy. You'll have your mindfulness. You'll have your thought-stopping techniques, your stress relievers, all those things that you are going to have to fight the disease of addiction. Because even when you're on Suboxone, the disease of addiction is still there. And if you guys think it's not, test me, okay? When I'm on Suboxone, I have thoughts about using Xanax. I think about getting high on meth sometimes because you know what? I'm a drug addict and I'm going to try and get anything I can anyway. You know, so I have to learn new techniques on how to deal with those things. I live in Arkansas. So Renee, anyone that's calling you out like that, they don't have your best interest at heart, okay? That's practicing medicine without a license. Someone giving you medical advice when they don't have a PhD and they're not a doctor, that's them giving you medical advice. That's against the law, okay? So anyone that comes to you think about it, girl. That person's just a drug addict like you are. What do they know? What did they know? It drives me crazy how when drug addicts get sober, they think that they're doctors. They think that they can tell people what to do with medications that a fucking doctor prescribes you. God. Listen, for 3 years, okay, people would tell me that I was trading one addiction for the other, or that I wasn't sober, or that I didn't really want recovery. I must not be serious, okay, you guys? And I hate, where did you say you were from? I live in Arkansas. But here's the deal, you guys. Here for a minute. God, hey, Krissa. Okay, girl, I'm glad you're here. Anyone who's in recovery is just going to be there to support you, okay? While you're on maintenance and you're under the care of a physician, I mean, that's what you have to do. You be under the care of your physician, you go to your therapy, okay, and you get into some other programs created for people to use a lifetime with doctor's care, and people don't. Right, and that's the thing, like, you're exactly right. And what people do in these other programs is they talk bullshit. They talk out the side of their neck and they say, oh, I think you should be off of that in 2 weeks. Or I think you should only be on that for a month. Oh, it's like 40 degrees here. So if people are shaming you for being on maintenance, you need to leave that group and go to a different group, because that's not what recovery is about. Someone who's in recovery, and if they're abstinent and they're not on maintenance, they're not going to shame you for being on maintenance, okay? They're going to meet you where you're at, and they're going to help you work through that, okay? They're not going to shame you. Recovery is about loving each other and supporting each other and building each other up, not tearing each other down, okay? While you're under the care of a doctor, you ain't got to worry about what anybody else is telling you, okay? All you do is focus on what you and your doctor have worked out for your treatment plan, okay? So today when I made my mindfulness video, I was talking about 12 different ways to find peace, okay? So here we go. I circled some ones that I thought would be extra good for us. So close your eyes and think about something that makes you happy. This is what I always like to do. It says cuddle with a pet, phone a friend, listen to your favorite song. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. I thought that was good. So, 3 qualities that okay, be kind to yourself, you guys. Here, I celebrate myself and I sing myself. So, 3 qualities that I appreciate about myself, okay? So, here's the deal. If I'm going to think of 3 qualities I appreciate about myself, and then you guys think about 3 qualities that you appreciate about yourself. All right, Brian, I'll see you later. And write them down in the comments. 3 qualities that you appreciate about yourself. So, my 3 are, I appreciate my honesty, I appreciate my integrity, and I appreciate my hard work ethic. So, what are 3 things that you appreciate about yourself? What do I wish more people knew about me? I wish more people knew that I'm really into my culture. My mom's Mexican and my dad's Italian. And that my family is very, very tight. And loyalty is a really big thing for me. And like with my sisters, when we were growing up, you guys, I would throw down for my sister. I would fight a bitch over my sister. Both my sisters, because I have 2 little ones. My family is like my everything. You know what I mean? I'm very, very family oriented, and just like my family that I grew up with was everything to me. Now that I have my own family, my husband and my son, I'm more in love with my husband today than I was 7 years ago when I met him. He is the greatest man that I've ever met. He's so good with my son, you guys, or with his son. I'm so grateful to have him in my life. Even though we go through like some hard times, because he's in recovery too and he's been struggling, you know. Even though we've been going through those hard times, I still love him so much. Like, just like more than I did when I first met him. It's like pretty awesome. But yeah, so that's what I would like y'all to know more about me. What are a few healthy things I can do for myself when I am feeling down? What are a few healthy things I can do for myself when I'm feeling down? So this is like difficult for me because y'all know I like to eat. And so when I'm down, what I'll do is I'll go make me a big old chocolate cake, or I make a big old hot fudge sundae. But 3 healthy things I can do are take a nice hot bath, go get a massage, or do some mindfulness meditation. On my way to CR, but I'll replay after. Okay, Jordan. You are. Yeah, it is hard. The reason it's hard, Tabitha, is not because he comes around with drugs or anything like that. It's hard because, like, what'll happen is I'll want to work his program, or I will like really get in his ass about, hey, have you been calling your sponsor? And in recovery, I have to learn to let him be his own person. You know, I have to let him learn to have his own recovery. And what I am is I'm a fixer, and I'm a micromanager, and I want to take over, you know? And so that's why it gets hard, because if we both weren't in recovery, I wonder if it would be different. I wonder if it was like he was just a regular guy and I was like in recovery, how it would be. But I guess it's just the way God wanted it to be, huh? Well, let me tell y'all the story, okay? So when I met Neil 7 years ago, let me clean up this mess my son made. Okay. When I met my husband 7 years ago, and y'all know the deal, I call him husband, but we like literally just got our marriage license. So we've only been married for like a week or 2 weeks, I think. So when I met Neil, we were both like really sick in our addiction. When I met him, I was working for Kroger, and I was on my way out the door. Like, they were fixing to shit can me. I was sleeping on my best friend's couch. I had nowhere to live. So I was sleeping on my friend's couch, and him and his boys came over. And back there, you guys, back then, I was skinny as fuck. I was like 120 pounds, you know? And so he came over, and I'm blazed. I'm tweaking balls, right? High as fuck. And he comes over, and he's tweaking balls. And so we all go out and get a hotel. And me and Neil just stayed up all night talking. We didn't fuck or nothing. We just stayed up talking. Well, that was the beginning of forever. We never left each other's side after that. Yeah, it's, so we went on our first date like the day after that, and he put his arm around me, and I just remember like him opening the car door for me, you guys. Like, I never had a dude open the car door for me. I had never had a guy pay for my dinner. I had never had a guy buy me a gift. Every guy that I ever dated, like, I bought them shit. You know what I mean? Like, Neil was such a gentleman, I didn't even know how to act. And when I met him, he was in a maintenance program. He was on methadone. And so I wasn't, though, and I was seeking drugs still. So when I met him, I started taking his methadone. Well, I mean, he started giving it to me. And then we both relapsed, like really relapsed, and started getting high on illicit drugs. And we did that for the next 3 years. I lost my jobs. We got kicked out of his, all kinds of bad shit happened. But we got pregnant in 2014. And when we got pregnant, that's when I knew, like, we're going to be together forever, you know, because I never knew I didn't know I could have kids, you know. I've only done heroin 3 times. We shot Roxy. Because here in Arkansas, 3.5 years ago, you guys, like, if you wanted to find heroin, like, literally, the only heroin I could ever find was, like, in these little capsules that you would have to open up and then dump out, and it was, like, a brown powder. It wasn't like what y'all, that black tar. So what we did was shoot Roxy's and Gelatids and meth. But, like, heroin just started getting down here. No, I'm serious. I live in Arkansas, y'all. Heroin just started getting here. And not even, like, black tar just started getting here to Arkansas, like, 2 years ago. You know, and that's the thing, like, I would pay for just a capsule full of, like, heroin powder, like it was a brown powder. $30. Is that a lot? $3. I don't know. Well, here's the deal. We would get fentanyl patches, and we would open them up and scrape the gel out and do that. But I was just really a Roxy. Like, I broke Roxy's down and shot them up all the time. That and meth and cocaine. And for some reason, like, I was highly dependent on Roxy's, you know? But I always had to shoot an upper with it. Because, like, afterward, because I would shoot up so much Roxy that I would nod out. And it's like, it was just, like, I was always, I was a liability, you guys, a liability, you know? Like, even my husband didn't want to be around me because I was, like, overdosing all the time, you know? Yeah. I know, Leonard. I probably got ripped off, huh? But that's how it was here in Arkansas, you guys. Like, we're really behind you guys. A lot of you guys are in, like, Chicago and Jersey and California. Like, here in Arkansas, we're, like, 10 years behind y'all. It's slow going here. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, we don't have those little bags with the stamps on them like y'all got. That's crazy. I've never even seen that before. I've seen it on TV or on shows that I watch on YouTube, but not here in Arkansas. Woo! But here's the deal, you guys. I just want everybody to know, like, and welcome. I'm so glad that everybody showed up tonight. Like, so, sorry, I'm over here burping. You guys, I want y'all to know that anytime you're struggling, or if you just need to talk, or if you want me to do a live and I haven't gotten on yet, fucking message me and say, come on, let's do a live stream. I need some support. You guys, I struggle every day with feeling like, am I doing enough? Am I good enough? Am I pretty enough? Does my husband still love me? Am I good enough mom? Am I going to make it? You know, like, I don't know why my mind does this, but it'll, like, tell me that I'm not going to make it, you know? You can message me on my email at demeon@yahoo.com, or you can message. I have all in every description of my YouTube channel, in the description of every video. I link my Twitter, my Instagram, my email, everything. And you can message me anytime, and I'll get right back to you. Ask any of the girls in here. But I don't mean to cry, but, like, I just want you guys to know that, like, I feel the same way too sometimes, you know? demeon@yahoo.com. It's in the description. Like, I feel those feelings too, you know? And it's like, I know that I'm doing the right thing. I know that I'm not getting high anymore. I know that I'm being a good mom, but it's like, that's what my addiction wants me to do. It wants me to question myself. It wants me to feel insecure. It wants me to isolate. It doesn't want me to come on and do videos and talk to you guys. My addiction wants me to pull away and hide out and just go and be recluse, you know? That's what my addiction wants me to do. But I know my recovery needs me to be front and center, and to be part of, and to be, like, present. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, even when I'm doing my best, even when I'm on point and I'm doing my meetings and I'm calling my sponsor and I'm talking to you guys and I'm making videos and I'm helping people, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, fucking my bright idea of my mind will come and tell me, oh, well, you're not doing enough. Or they'll never like that. It's not going to be good. And it's like, what the fuck? You know, like, shut up, brain. Like, do you know what I mean? I think we all, like, struggle with second guessing ourselves, you know? But I just want, like, and I feel like, I hope they know that I struggle too, just like you guys do, you know? Like, I just don't ever want to, like, put out this, like, I don't want you guys to think that, like, I'm over here thinking I'm cured and shit. That's what I mean, you know? Like, I struggle daily, and it's a process. It's a process. And that's why I'm really working on, like, being more mindful about what I eat, and doing my mindfulness meditation, starting to go for walks with my son, because I know that if I take care of my body and I get myself in shape, that I'm going to start feeling good more mentally. You know what I mean? And I know that it all plays hand in hand together. But, like, when I was first starting out, you guys, I couldn't be bothered with all that, like, all this stuff that I'm being bothered with now. Like, the only thing I could do was barely stay sober. Like, even being on Suboxone, all I could do was barely not fucking go out and shoot up dope. You know what I mean? So now that I've gotten a little bit more of a foundation and I'm a little bit stronger, like now I feel like I can take on more things. Like, okay, now I want to get my body right. Okay. Then I'm going to start doing this. Then I want to do that. One thing at a time, though, because what will happen is I get so excited, then I start taking on all these different activities, I know. And that's the thing, John. It's like we feel like that because I think what it has a lot to do with is like how we were brought up. Okay, so when I was a little girl, my dad was a bodybuilder. Okay, that's what he did. Like in his spare time when he wasn't at work, was he would go to the gym and he would work out. He was always fit, always looked good. So when I was a little girl, my dad would tell me, and y'all, my dad loves me so much, but he would tell me, you're getting kind of overweight, or hey, don't eat that, that's too much, or you're never going to get married if you don't lose some of that weight, and I'd be like, Dad, and he meant it from the most caring place possible. But that stuck with me as a girl. And so growing up, I was always thinking, oh my God, I'm fat. Oh my God, I'm fat. Oh my God, I'm not good enough, because that's how my dad felt when he was little. My dad's dad was an alcoholic. And my dad would come home and my grandpa would beat his ass. My grandpa would punch him in the face. My dad was telling me and Neil a story on Thanksgiving because my dad was talking to Neil, my husband, about how he cared about him and how he wants him to be sober and do the right thing because my son loves him. And he was telling Neil about how his dad used to beat him. And I was listening to him talk about how his dad beat him up and how he was always trying to make his dad happy or trying to like, hey, Dad, look at me, see me? And I thought, wow, even though my dad didn't beat my ass or anything like that, I was the same way. I was always trying to be like, look at me, I'm doing right. Or look at me, I'm losing weight. Or look at me, I'm on the cheerleading squad. Look at me, I'm in the band. Look at me, like I just always trying to do good, do better, do perfect. So I think that our parents don't mean to. It's not their fault. It's just the way life goes sometimes. And then as young children, we don't know how to cope with those things. And then we carry those things on into adulthood. And so I think that's a lot to do with what's happened with me is I've carried in a lot of that into my adulthood, And so now I'm trying to learn how to like not focus so much on those things but also focus on things because like I want to be healthy and I want to feel good about my body, you guys. Like I want to be able to, take my clothes off in front of my husband and be, feel good. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to, like, feel confident again. And I feel like the last time I felt confident was when I was high. And it was because that's what I did to feel confident. It's like, let me get one in me. Psh, and then I was like, yeah, And it's like, I haven't felt confident like that in a long time, So, it's just like, I guess I tell you all this to... did you do the bell girl? I guess I tell you guys all this to just kind of let you know, like, I come on and I'm happy. Like, I'm not gonna, like, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. Like, I'm grateful for my life. I'm happy. I have passion. I'm passionate about helping you guys. I'm passionate about helping others. I'm passionate about my son. I've got passion and I'm excited to be alive. I'm grateful too. But like sometimes like I'll just kind of get in my mind and those are the things that go through it, So like it's not always going to be like rainbows and unicorns, but I have learned ways to cope with those feelings. And I'm learning that I can change. I can do differently, So, whew. Damn, man, I feel like I'm just telling y'all all about it tonight. just, I feel like I needed to just kind of get real with you guys for a few minutes tonight. You know, it helps me. It's like cleansing. It's when I come on here and I'm able to just like, okay, I'll take you up on the offer. I'll message you on Reddit like I normally do. You guys, I'm telling you, if I see y'all and I know that, like, I'm like, hey, I need to get a hold of that person, I will find you on any platform and I will message your ass because I want everybody to be okay, you know. And so where I'm good at, like the motivational, like, this is kind of like, I need somebody to help me motivate me to get my ass up and move, because it's so hard for me to get motivated, you guys, to like get in shape. You know what I mean? So, but when I do, it's going to be on and popping. I'm going to be like, hey, baby, to my husband. I'm going to be like, hey. It's going to be like, I kind of think like it'll be overnight, right? Hey, guys. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Anna. I know this isn't how it's going to happen, but like in my mind, I'll like wake up and be skinny, right? And then my husband's going to come home and I'm be like in the lingerie and I'm be like, hey. Listen to this, you guys. Whenever I don't know why I ever thought I could do this. When I was in my addiction, like I always thought somehow I was going to have money to like do one of those sexy bedroom shoots, you know, where you're like laying out in front of the fireplace with the leopard print rug down. But yeah, right. Like I couldn't even stop tweaking long enough to do anything like that. I'm so glad we got to talk tonight, you guys. Like I love doing these live streams with you guys, and it really does help me so much. So I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate y'all. Thank you for spending time with me here tonight, you know. But I got to go give Nate a bath because he has school tomorrow, and he gets really excited on Thursdays because he knows that, you know, tomorrow's Friday and he is, you know, off for the next 2 days. But, what? For what? Why? I have been talking to a scammer on and off all day. Who, Anna? So listen, guys, before I go, tomorrow when I get home from work, it'll be like 1:30, 2 o'clock Central. We're going to do a makeup and chill video. I'm going to get my makeup out because I just got some new stuff at Sephora today. And we're going to do like just a makeup and chat video. So you girls, guys too, if y'all want to come, I'm just going to like fuck around with makeup and just talk. And usually when we talk about recovery and we talk about addiction. We talk about our problems, whatever y'all want to talk about. But if you're down and you're going to be at the house and you need something to keep you busy, tomorrow at about 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be on live. Okay? So, I love you guys. I'm going to jump off here. We're getting up there, you guys. The channel's growing. I got a message today on my email from some guy talking about he saw one of my videos and he's sharing it to some place, or I don't know. But, so, hopefully all the people that come to the channel will be nice people that want to be here, you know, no trolls. But that's why I got my wrenches. So thank you everybody for helping me tonight, and thanks for everybody for being kind and polite to each other in the comments, and helpful and supportive. Oh girl, don't do it. It's a trick. And if anybody needs to get a hold of me, message me, okay? And I'll be looking forward to y'all's messages. I'm going to go check my email now, my Instagram, and all that stuff. So, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.